As the French say, que s'accuse, j'accuse. He who accuses me, I accuse. I also think the fluidity and dynamism of business provides an amazing creative outlet. Humans need a means of artistic expression to really feel content with life, and what a great outlet starting and running your own business is. You are creating a living, breathing thing from nothing, something that will take on a life of its own, a totally fluid and ever-changing canvas, which, without your attention, will waste away. The problem-solving, the daily variation in tasks, the highs and the lows are irreplaceable human experiences and cannot be pigeonholed as good or bad. I wrote this book for the people who always talk about starting a business, taking their first step, but never get round to it. The procrastinators kicking it into the long grass and saying, "One day I would love to run my own business." I want them to just go do. It is not designed just as a way to encourage people to start their business. Anyone can do that with a bit of motivational know-how, but also as a way to dispel the myths around what you need to start. I want to paint a picture of how life-changing the experience can be, to such an extent that you will feel embarrassed by not finally getting on and doing it. Remember that knowledge and ambition are nothing without action. What differentiates success and failure, by my definition of those words, in taking those first steps? Family and security are important things which can't be underestimated, but none of us want to get into old age feeling mournful about a load of things we thought about doing. We owe ourselves something more than that. Far better to go for it and have a rich tapestry of a life, full of adventure, and to know that you have been in the pursuit of happiness. It is far better to regret things you did do than things you didn't. People feel a fear of failing in business, but surely it is better to fail in business and then try again than to fail in life with no reruns. Think of bouncing your grandchild on your knee and telling them about your life. Did you do the same job for 40 years, have 4 weeks holiday a year and retire on a tiny pension? Or did you grab life by the horns and give it a good shake, with a roller coaster of ups and downs, thrills and excitement, anecdotes and adventures? My definition of failure would be to have nothing to tell that grandchild. Others have a more cautious view of success and failure, and that is their right. I acknowledge that my definition might not be for everyone, but I want to ask you to come with me on a journey and, by listening to this audiobook, consider an alternative view. Business and enterprise not only enrich the lives of the people involved, but impact on society itself through employment, economic growth, and philanthropy. Warren Buffett and Bill Gates have already given tens of billions of dollars to charity and have committed to raise $600 billion from the 400 richest people in the world. Let's put that in perspective. $600,000 million. The entire overseas aid and development budget for the UK in 2011 is £7.8 billion, or $10 billion. The UK has a very large aid budget in comparison to other countries and is sometimes domestically criticised for its generosity and the efficiency with which it distributes funds. But two entrepreneurs who built massive organisations are going to pump 60 times as much as one of the world's largest economies into solving problems like global poverty and disease in the third world. One could strongly argue that entrepreneurs will be very well equipped to really target that spending and get more bang for the buck than an average government can. So, entrepreneurship can literally change the world. Without our entrepreneurs, we would be lost. There would be no economy as we know it. Product development and technology would be decades behind and not configured half so creatively as they are. And the problems of the future would look much more frightening without innovators to help find solutions. So, we must really salute those who make the effort to make a difference, rather than plod through life as a passenger. Don't assume for a moment that entrepreneurs like myself have got everything right, or that I am luckier or cleverer than you. We all learn by making mistakes, and the information you're listening to has taken me 20 years to distill. Hopefully, this means I will be able to help you avoid some of the very expensive lessons I have encountered on my journey, ensuring that, even if you replace them with your own, you will definitely be one step ahead. In my career, I have shown that you do not need to go to university or have any capital to start a business. I certainly didn't have any money when I started, but I did have the drive and commitment to get started. And, in this audiobook, I'm going to show you why taking that first step and starting a business will be the best decision